Welcome back to Face the Nation. Former President George W. Bush has written a book about his dad, 41. And we went to his library in Dallas to talk with him about it. Many of you saw part one of that story on Sunday morning. In part two, the former president talked a little politics, including the possibility that his brother Jeb may run for president in 2016.
You know, it's a lot of speculation about him. I occasionally fuel the speculation by saying that I hope he runs. I think he'd be a very good president. I understand the decision-making process pretty well, and I know that he's wrestling with the decision.
If you had to make an estimate right now, what do you think is going to happen? You think he's going to do it?
I think it's 50-50. Look, he and I are very close. On the other hand, he's not here knocking on my door, agonizing about the decision. He knows exactly, the ramifications on family, for example. He's seen his dad and his brother go through the presidency. I'd give it a toss-up. I know this about Jeb. He's not afraid to succeed. In other words, I think he knows he could do the job, and nor is he afraid to fail.
For your brother, is it worth putting a family through?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, I put our family through it. And one of the lessons you learn from George H.W. Bush is that you can go into politics and still be a good father. In other words, the priorities of your life don't have to be compromised. I know Jeb's priority is his family. A priority is his family. I also know it's his country and his deep faith. And he has seen that you don't have to sell those out in order to be a politician.
When former First Lady Laura Bush joined us, we turned back to the possibility of a Bush 45. So let's talk about the Bush dynasty here. Your mom says there have been enough Bushes running for president. What do you two think about that?
Sometimes her prognostications haven't been very accurate, and I think you have to earn your way into politics. I don't think that anything's ever given to you.
I think the question that every candidate faces, and you have a unique perspective on this, is it worth putting the family through it?
Well, that's what every candidate has to think about, because it is. And even since George and I lived at the White House, the social media has increased so much, and lots of mean and terrible things on the internet about every family member, which even we didn't have. But I think that, that everyone has to weigh that.
From your perspective, has politics, my sense is it's gotten a lot meaner.
In the older days, I hate to be one of these guys that talk about the old days, and you're able to do that yourself, by the way. People were held to account for what they said. In other words, there was a pushback. Now there's just so much stuff out there, flotsome out there, that people say what they feel like saying without any consequence.
If Jeb Bush does run, will you be campaigning for him? That might be a different situation.
It will be totally different. I'll do whatever he wants. I will be one of his strongest backers. If he wants me out there publicly, I'll be out there publicly. If he wants me behind the scenes, I'll be behind the scenes. I'm all in for him. He'd be a great president, and country could use an optimistic view like his.
What about you?
I agree, absolutely.
Would you campaign too?
Sure. If he wanted me to, I'd be happy to campaign for him.
Well, I want to wish you both the best.
Thank you, Bob.
so much, Bob.
Really glad to have you back in the promised land.
It's great to be here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.